Rejection Sensitive Dysphoria, RSD. Hi guys, if your AuDHD and someone's tone of voice can ruin your entire week, this one's for you. Today I'm talking about why criticism feels like physical pain when you have autism and ADHD together and what actually helps. Let me tell you what RSD actually feels like. A colleague says we need to talk later and your brain immediately goes to, I'm getting fired, everyone hates me, I've ruined everything, my career is over. Someone doesn't text back for 2 hours and you're convinced they're done with you. A mild critique at work feels like being punched in the chest. Someone's facial expression looks slightly off and you spend 3 days analyzing what you did wrong. That's not just being sensitive. That's rejection sensitive dysphoria. Here's what RSD actually is. It's extreme emotional sensitivity to perceived rejection or criticism. The key word is perceived. It doesn't have to be real rejection. Your brain interprets neutral things as rejection, and it's not just feeling hurt. It's an intense, overwhelming, sometimes physically painful reaction. For ADHD brains specifically, RSD is about emotional dysregulation. We feel emotions more intensely than neurotypical people, and rejection hits harder than any other emotion. Add autism to that, when we're already struggling to read social cues, already feeling different, already experiencing genuine social rejection from masking failures, and you get a perfect storm. AuDHD brains experience RSD at a level that's hard to explain to people who don't have it. Why is RSD so intense in AuDHD? From the ADHD side, emotional dysregulation is a core feature. ADHD brains have difficulty regulating emotional responses. We go from 0 to devastated in seconds, and rejection triggers the biggest emotional response. Research shows ADHD brains are hypersensitive to negative feedback. It's not a choice, it's neurobiology. From the autism side, we've spent our lives actually being rejected for being too much or too different or too weird. We've been excluded, bullied, misunderstood. That's real rejection happening over and over. So when we perceive rejection now, even if it's not real, our brain has decades of data saying, yes, rejection is what happens to you. Together as AuDHD, you have ADHD emotional intensity plus autism social trauma. Your nervous system is primed to detect rejection everywhere, and when it does, the response is massive. Here's what RSD looks like in my life. I'm a clinical psychologist. I've been doing this for 26 years. Last month, a colleague gave me completely neutral feedback on a presentation. No criticism, just feedback. Maybe add more examples next time. I spiraled for 3 days, convinced I was terrible at my job, considered quitting, couldn't sleep. My rational brain knew this was RSD. My emotional brain was in crisis. Another example, I send a friend a text. They don't respond for 4 hours. My brain, they hate me now. I said something wrong. The friendship is over. I'm too much. They respond, sorry, was in a meeting, but I've already spent 4 hours in emotional agony. That's RSD. That's what it does. Here's what doesn't help. You're being too sensitive. I know, I can't stop. Just don't take things personally. My brain doesn't have that setting. They didn't mean it that way. It doesn't matter. My nervous system already reacted. You need thicker skin. I've been trying for 53 years. This isn't a choice. RSD isn't a character flaw. It's a neurological feature of ADHD made worse by autism. Here's what actually helps. Recognize it's happening. When you're spiraling about perceived rejection, pause and ask, is this RSD? Just naming it helps. It doesn't make the feeling go away, but it gives you context. Reality check with trusted people. I have a few people who know about my RSD. When I'm spiraling, I can text them. RSD check. Did I mess up or is this my brain? They tell me the truth. Delay the response. RSD makes you want to frantically fix things immediately. Text back, over-explain, apologize profusely. Don't. Wait 24 hours. The intensity will decrease. Separate feeling from facts. Feeling rejected doesn't mean you were actually rejected. Your emotional response is real. The rejection might not be. I tell myself, this feeling is real. The threat might not be. ADHD medication helps some people. Stimulant medication can reduce emotional dysregulation, which includes RSD. Not a cure, but can take the edge off. Therapy, specifically for emotional regulation. DBT skills for distress tolerance, learning to sit with the discomfort without acting on it. And self-compassion. This is hard. You're not weak for feeling this way. Your brain works differently. Be gentle with yourself. The difference between RSD and social anxiety is this. Social anxiety is fear before social situations. What if I mess up? RSD is reaction after perceived rejection. They think I'm terrible. You can have both. Many AuDHD people do, but they're different experiences. Social anxiety is anticipatory. RSD is reactive. Here's what I want you to know. If you experience RSD, you're not broken. Your emotional pain is real. The intensity you feel is not exaggerated. It's how your neurodivergent brain processes perceived rejection. And yes, it's exhausting. Yes, it affects your relationships. Yes, it makes life harder. But recognizing it, naming it, and learning to work with it, that helps. You're not too sensitive. You have AuDHD, and that comes with intense emotional experiences, including RSD. Next month, sensory overload. Why everything feels like too much. Oh dear, I said next month. Don't worry, next Monday. Why everything feels like too much and what actually helps. If you experience RSD, drop a comment. What does it feel like for you? What helps? We're not alone in this. See you next Monday.